Hi, I'm Gretchen Holmes, 3-time cancer survivor, diagnosed diabetic, and I've lost 110 pounds. Now that's all great news. I have to say, it's wonderful to experience cancer and still be here. And it's wonderful to lose weight and feel better about myself, but that's not what I'm really here to talk about today. What I want to talk about is something that my mom told me when I was growing up. I grew up in an alcoholic home. As you can imagine, lots of chaos, lots of arguing, lots of uncertainty and anxiety. And of course, the way I chose to deal with it was self-soothing with food. Not surprising, because we can't stay sad or anxious or mad or unsure constantly. We have to have some kind of comfort, and I did. And that's what I did. I ate. And of course that carried on into my adulthood. But my mom always told me, bad things happen to everybody. Good things happen to everybody too, but bad things happen to everybody. You don't have to build a mountain to it. And I wasn't quite sure what that meant until later on when I talked to her about it. And she said, well, she says, everybody is going to have bad things happen, but you don't have to, A, make it bigger than it is, or B, carry it around with you for the rest of your life. You can let it go. You can acknowledge it happened, but you can let it go. Because if you don't, then you're going to become a victim to it. And I don't want you to become a victim to any of this. And that really resonated even as a young girl, but it really made sense as I got older. Because I realized the one gift that my mom gave me, my dad was the drinker, my mom was trying to hold us all together. The gift my mom gave me was don't be a victim. It's okay to acknowledge all these things. You've got to deal with them, you got to go through them, but don't be a victim, because it gives that more power than it deserves, because you have the power. And I found that out as I was going on my journey. When I was losing weight, I was seeing a therapist and working with a coach, and what I found out was that I had the power. It was up to me how I wanted to live my life. It was up to me to see how big I can dream. It was up to me to get rid of the barriers in my way, because most of the barriers in my way were mental. It was my mindset. When I tell myself I didn't deserve things, that meant I didn't go after them. If I told myself that I wasn't worthy, it meant that it didn't matter what I fed myself, what I put in my body. But once I decided that I was just as important as everybody else, and that I was worthy of a life that was even bigger than I could ever dream, I started feeding myself different food. Now, that was remarkable to me, because I didn't realize how powerful my insides drove my outside. How I felt about myself on the inside was directly reflected on how people saw me and what I looked like on the outside. So here's the great news. We change the inside, and the outside changes too. But I was spending all my time just focusing on the outside and hoping that the inside would change. And that's not how it works. We have to change the inside in order for the outside to match. Take care.